Today on episode 261 of Typical Chicago Fans, we have Sinkers and Floaters, the TCF Sports Minute, a brand new team builder, trade deadline, and the TCF top three of 2000's Cub players. Let's roll.
I'd like to wish you all the best with your podcast, Typical Chicago Fans. Best of luck to you and your podcast, Typical Chicago Fans. And one final thought, Zach. Go Cubs! And peace.
Hello and welcome back to Typical Chicago Fans, brought to you by our incredible sponsor, Connect Roasters Coffee. Today is episode 261. Make sure to check out the main page on X at typical_Chicago. Head to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Give those pages a like as well. Head on over to YouTube for all of our videos in content form. Just go to YouTube, type in Typical Chicago Fans, hit the red subscribe button. We are also wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, wherever you get them, we are there. So make sure you check us out, subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars wherever you can. It is greatly appreciated. You can find me on X at BoomyTCF, and of course the man that I'm joined with tonight, that is Zach at ZLiliaTCF. Zach, we've had a nice little break in the summer weather, man.
Yeah. Finally got some rain, which we've definitely needed.
Which does not help with the humidity, but I'll take 86 and rainy over 96 and
no, and it's crazy. No. I get off work at 2:30 in the morning, and it seems like it's more humid at 2:30 in the morning than it is at any time of the day.
Yeah, big time. I woke up to go to the bathroom the other night right around when you were getting off work, and I just looked out our bathroom window, and it was like eerie how foggy it was.
Yeah, and then on the way home, it's like spotty. So like certain spots are bad, and then you try to use your windshield wipers, and your windshield wipers just really smear the humidity.
Yeah. You're about a month in at the new job. How's things going? Everybody wants an update.
Good. A lot of animal products I didn't know existed.
Yep.
Especially for like, I don't know how what would you call like a lizard? Like a reptile, I guess.
Yeah. I think a lizard falls in the reptile category.
Those kind of products you'd say that they use, or hamster beddings, how many different kinds there is. And it's the good though. I was telling Boomy, it's like a workout you get paid for. It's if you get anything from PetSmart, hopefully it's good and I didn't ruin anything.
Well packaged.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's crazy how many goes on a pallet of products that go to stores, litter boxes,
you're
stuff like that.
Stuff to the individual stores, not like direct to customers off of online
shopping. No,
right?
It's going to stores all around, I guess you'd say America. I don't know. Some of the stuff even goes to Canada.
That's pretty wild too.
Like even like stuff you wouldn't think of, like I guess you'd say like vitamins for like dogs and stuff, or toys that look like hot dogs and stuff like that, or look like there's even like a beer mug one that they have, and it's nice to kind of just, you're in your own little world, talking to a headset that I still have no idea how it works. I know it has to be like Wi-Fi, but I love it. It's nice. It's good for me, and Boomy knows the schedule is kind of perfect for me.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. With your life, and it works out perfect, dude.
But then like today is Friday, I work 4 days a week, and I don't work. Well, technically I work, I guess, Friday morning, you'd say.
Yeah.
But I wake up at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I had to tell myself this is normal, that you're not just sleeping in a way.
Yeah.
You're getting like the 8 to 9 hours of sleep, but it's just at weird hours.
How are you? Are you getting 8 hours a night normally, or no?
Yeah, right around there. Like you were saying, you don't come home from work and go right to sleep.
Yeah.
So I get home from work about between 3 and 3:30 every night. Probably not asleep until at least 5:36.
Yeah.
I get up around 1 or 2 and go straight to work, because it's kind of weird, because like the first few hours of work, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's my morning, and I'm not a morning person. You know that. So I kind of struggle through the first few hours, but you kind of got to remember, like, this is the morning time per se. You get your whole schedule all messed up, but I'm like a month and a half into it, so it's starting to become normal.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of normal, let's jump into what we normally get started with, and that is our sinkers and floaters. My sinker this week is summertime sickness. Now, I got sick this week, and I don't know what I had. We had a really, really busy 4th of July weekend. Obviously, with a 2-year-old, we tried to do everything possible, make it as best for him as we could. And Sunday night was our last thing to do, and it was a late. We went and watched fireworks, so they didn't get done till 10 o'clock. We didn't get home till 10:40, which is so far past his bedtime.
I've always said fireworks. That's the worst part about them. You get to wait till it gets dark outside.
Exactly. That I didn't even think about that till I had a 2-year-old. And
it's like, why can't we start this at 3 p.m?
Exactly. So it was a late night, and then got up for work early. Didn't feel good all day Monday, and then getting ready to go to bed Monday night. I was like, if I didn't know better, I'd swear I had a fever. Sure enough, checked my temperature, 101. So I was out Tuesday, Wednesday, and then yesterday I was finally starting to feel better. And I was like, oh, I must have slept weird. My shoulder hurts. And it just kept progressively, because when you're sick, you sleep in weird positions, right? Just to try.
When you sleep more than you usually would too.
Mine was the opposite. I was sleeping less because I was waking up every 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
It was awful, but I must have slept on my shoulder. I couldn't figure out what I had screwed up. Well, I got reaching around right in my neck. I had the biggest knot in my trap muscle right here. I can still feel it, but at least it finally let go of. So 3 days this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, was just not fun. And I'm not even saying this to complain about being sick, but being sick in the summertime is so much worse, because the whole week I'm like, oh, I can't even go to the gym. I can't go outside or mow the yard because I feel like I got hit by a bus. I can't go golf. I wanted to go golf yesterday after work, but I didn't go to work because I felt like crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The gym probably missed you.
It did. I didn't lift at all this week, and I feel very, very weak.
Well, that's on top of being sick too.
Yeah.
But also, that's what happens when you have a kid that goes to daycare too.
Right. And I don't know exactly what it was the weirdest thing. I just had fevers. I had a headache, but that was it. The fevers was, and dude, it was also the weirdest thing. Wednesday, when everything was starting to feel better, I just had the cold sweats for 4 hours.
And it's goofy because this time of year, you're around the least amount of people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even with my summer job, I'm painting inside of a school. I'm not standing near anybody. There might be someone 10 feet down that way painting a wall. You know what I mean? But on a normal day, I'm around 150 to 200 people during the school year. And it's how did this happen?
Especially when you feel sick and you have a fever, and then you go outside and it's hot outside.
Yeah.
It's just awful.
It was not a fun week. So hopefully back at the gym, we did go golfing this afternoon, which is nice to get out and move around a little bit. So hopefully next week's a lot better.
My sinker is the way that they do the all-star lineup. Every team has to have a player is just crazy to me. Yeah, this is professional baseball. We don't need every single team to be accounted for.
You can't look me in the face and tell me that anybody on the Rockies is a top 60 player in baseball. That's insane.
No. And Kyle Schwarber got in over Seiya Suzuki, so I love Kyle Schwarber.
And that's a positional thing, but you can't tell me that guy from the Rockies is a better baseball player than Seiya Suzuki.
No, it should be.
If that's the case, then I got a fantasy baseball trade to make with you.
It's got to be the best players. It can't be. Yeah. You got to have a guy in a team, so you're the best player on your team.
Yep.
So you get to be in. That makes no sense to me. This isn't Little League baseball where it needs to be fair. This is professional baseball. That's crazy to me.
And we'll talk about them later. I'm not convinced that anybody on the White Sox deserves to be an all-star.
No,
it's just crazy to me.
There's definitely certain teams that don't need them. And then they have like the legends, which like Clayton Kershaw gets in, which I don't understand that either. I think it's cool he gets in, and it's cool for fans to get to see Clayton Kershaw, but this should be the best players in the moment.
I wonder if we'd be saying this if the Cubs were the White Sox.
No, I would say this for any team.
You know what I mean though. Like if the Cubs were awful,
I wouldn't want a player that just gets in because they have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you feel a little weird being there?
I kind of thought so too. Like that would be you almost know you're the pity vote. You know, if you're one of the guys that's just on the team because that team has to have a guy.
He's on my team, but say Suzuki being the RBI leader, I don't know if he still is, but right up there and not being in the All-Star game is just crazy. That makes no sense. He's the best player at getting RBIs. You would think that he would be in the All-Star lineup.
Trey Turner leads the National League in hits with 111 and is not an All-Star. He has 111 hits at the All-Star break. No, we're not even to the All-Star break yet, and he's not in the All-Star game. That's a travesty.
Because every team has to have a player on the team, which...
And yes, Seiya is still in the lead for the National League for RBIs. He is one behind Aaron Judge.
But it just makes no sense. You're getting paid a lot of money to play baseball. I know everyone says that, but it doesn't need to be fair in a way.
I don't disagree. Very participation trophy-esque.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the best players should be in the All-Star game. It's the best players.
Yeah. I can't disagree with you here. I do understand why Major League Baseball does it.
Because they want, but you think, okay, I'm a Marlins fan, and one of the players from my team gets on there, I'm going to watch it now. Like that, That doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah. Well, I think the bigger thing for them is more the merch, right?
Yeah. Because every team can sell at their stadium one All-Star jersey.
Yeah. I think that's the bigger argument for them.
But is the NBA that way? No. There's no way that the NBA has every team gets a player. That's just so stupid.
Certainly do not. There have been many years where we'd have to fact check this, but
I don't think there was a Bulls player this year.
DeMar.
Was he still on the Bulls? And I don't know if he made the All-Star team.
That's a good question. No, not DeMar. DeMar wasn't on the Bulls this year. I was thinking
Zach LaVine.
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody on the Bulls did make the All-Star team.
Who was the rookie?
Modest.
He was in he was
Rising Stars,
the Rising Stars game, which that's also stupid too, where they play a competition to where then you get to play in the All-Star tournament. That made no sense to me this year.
We go around and around about the NBA All-Star game every year it comes around. There's no perfect. I liked it this year with the tournament better than the
I liked the tournament per se, but I didn't like how they had a rising star team. Like that's also going away from the best players being in the All-Star game.
Yeah, but it was to round the team numbers up.
Yeah, I know, but you could have made the teams just add more players.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you on that end. So, no, I agree. I'll still watch the All-Star game. I love baseball.
I'll say it again. Game. It's not because just Seiya didn't make the All-Star team. I just think that's just a crazy rule.
Yeah, I don't think it's just because we're Cubs fans and it's Seiya, because I also think it's a travesty that Trey Turner's not an All-Star.
Like if the Cubs had a team that was awful and you didn't think any players deserved to be in there and they let one guy in, that doesn't make you feel like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm with you. Moving on to my floater. My floater is Amazon Prime Day. It was the fact they call it Prime Day is crazy. It's 4 days.
Prime Days.
Yeah. I did really good. I don't think I bought anything for the first 3 days, and then I lost all my willpower today, probably because we got paid today. But I went a little crazy today, and Amazon just made billions of dollars in 1 day. But
it's not just you.
Cleaned up. So yeah, my floater is Amazon because they probably just made $1 billion easy today.
I guess a sinker would be the Amazon drivers
or the fulfillment guys in the warehouse.
Yeah, they got to be like, you got to be kidding me.
You talk about, getting overtime and stuff at the new job. Can you imagine being an Amazon worker for the next
You think
2
about
weeks?
Christmas time. This is like that times 10 because things are cheap.
And they not even that. They do more than one Prime Day a year.
Yeah. They make it seem like it's this big deal, which it is, but it's not like it's a once a year thing.
Exactly. So, yeah, Prime Day got me on the fourth and final day.
Well, you were probably one of millions.
Yeah. Oh, easily.
But I mean, people do use Amazon on a regular basis without the deals.
Yeah. Oh, I'm one of them. There's usually an Amazon package at our house every day between my wife and me.
Yeah, that's
or TikTok
I bet
shop
you
now. That's
more normal. Now. That's more normal in this world than not.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
I bet you Amazon drivers are probably more normal at somebody's house than like a UPS driver
or family members.
FedEx. Oh yeah.
Yep. 100%.
Or you're the mail guy.
Yeah. You ain't
or
lying.
Woman. Sorry.
Male person.
Yeah, male person. They probably send you less stuff than Amazon.
Oh, big time. It's not even in question.
That's crazy. Well, my floater is fast food places that stay open late. I like I said, I get off work around 2:30 every night. Like no places really stay open late. Taco Bell, and then there's a 24 hours McDonald's in Ottawa.
Yep.
More places need to be open late.
I also feel like COVID killed some of that, but also in the same time, like people listen to this be like, we have 24-hour play. Like we're in a pretty rural area. Like there's really no need for McDonald's in town to stay open 24 hours a day.
No, I guess you're right. But still, for me, like the interstate, that should be open 24 hours.
I don't disagree with you.
Or Walmart.
Yeah, remember we used to have 24-hour Walmarts.
Yeah, it's just like get off work. I'd like to have a Jimmy John's sandwich. Nope, can't. Closed. Which you can't have a 24-hour Jimmy John's. But I guess if we lived in an area with, I guess, more people, it would be like there's in our town, there's really not a lot of places that work 24 hours. So you wouldn't get a lot of business. But yeah, I guess it's just one of those things. I'm in a small amount of people that are up at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's like the middle of my day.
That's true. But
true. Yeah, unfortunately, the Taco Bell is like one of the only places that is open. And the last few nights, it has not been kind to me.
Hey, it could be worse, I guess. It's better than not eating, but I'm with you. Taco Bell at 3 a.m., no matter the situation, has never fared really well for anybody.
Well, even I could have it. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon at Taco Bell, and it's still not going to be good for me. But
no, I'm with you. And it sucks because, like, even just like today, I worked for a while and, I was on my way home and just stopped and got, tacos at one of the local places. Like you can't do that because there's no local place that's going to stay open, that late. That'd be crazy to pay a worker $15 an hour to maybe serve 5 customers, right?
Or even like gas stations don't stay open late anymore. Really, there's a few that stay open 24 hours, but
that's mostly like truck stops.
Yeah, it's definitely truck stops. I think it's only truck stops.
I feel like Casey's stays.
Casey's is 24 hours. But when you go to a Casey's at 3 a.m, it's not like you're going to have a lot of food options.
Fresh pizza. You're getting something out of the cooler, the sandwiches, the sliders, or the wraps, or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I would say fast food / just anywhere to eat.
The overnight culture in this country.
Yeah, it's just like Culver's closed.
Oh, big time.
Stuff like I mean, I can understand why too. You wouldn't
but. Yeah, just because you understand doesn't mean you don't want them to be open.
Yeah. I mean, if I work different hours, I'd have different thoughts on it, but
exactly. This is your reality right now.
That's just how my brain works now.
Exactly. Let's jump into the TCF Sports Minute. We will get started with the Cubbies. The Cubbies, we're recording this on Friday. Cubs got absolutely smacked around in the Bronx by the Yankees, 11-0 final. They are at 55-39 as of right now. I believe a game and a half up on the Brewers in first place, 6-4 in their last 10. You can't lose a series to the Minnesota Twins.
No.
The Minnesota Twins starting pitching is awful.
Especially the way the first 2 games went.
Yeah.
It was just bad.
They just couldn't. I mean, first night, they go out there and it was a tight game until late. And what's his name that got sent down? Or that got sent to the IL that got lit up like
Porter
a Christmas
Hodge.
tree. Yeah, Porter Hodge gets lit up. And like you almost feel
he's hurt again. So that's bullpen that we don't have.
Which is exactly what I would say if I gave up that many home runs in an outing.
Jamison Tyone, he's going to be out for a while.
I think all of this, like we're talking about here, is just proof of what we're going to talk about later about being GM. Like if the Cubs don't go out and buy some sort of pitching, they're just punting on the season.
I would say if the Iowa Cubs have half the players on their team that they do right now, I'm going to be not happy.
Yeah. There's literally no one down there I wouldn't be willing to deal.
No, because you have to win now, especially because you haven't extended Tucker. You got PCA for a few more years, but you don't know. I mean, he's playing so well. He's going to probably have a huge contract.
Oh, yeah. They've tried to, talk to him about it. And I don't blame him. I wouldn't either.
No.
Because why would you?
What's the point? I'm going to wait until I can get the most money.
Exactly. You have the potential to be a $300+ million player. You're not going to take anything less than that.
And he doesn't owe the Cubs anything.
Exactly.
But it's just you have to win now because you don't know when you're going to have another opportunity. And unfortunately, the Brewers, I hate to say this, they always do this. They play so well, like right in the middle of the season to the end of it.
Yep. And I'll be honest, they have one of my favorite pitchers in baseball. That new kid, the Maz, oh my God, that kid is so fun to watch.
It just seems like they're always good. I don't understand it.
They are. And I do think I think Cincinnati's going to be better in the second half. I think they might be a little too far out of it. But I do think they're going to be much improved. And
the Cardinals are playing decent too.
Yeah, I still can't decide if the Cardinals stink or not.
I know. Well, at the beginning of the season, they really stunk. Yeah. And then they kind of got back into it. And now it's going to be a close race to the finish. And you would thought, the Cubs are going to run away with this. No.
Yep. It's going to be tight, and we'll talk about it later in one of our segments about what they need to do and some of the people we want them to go out and get. But is this the last series before the All-Star break?
Yeah, the All-Star break starts Monday.
Okay. So here you cannot go into New York and get swept to end the first half. I hate to say it like this. We talk about winning series all the time, but you cannot end the first half on a sweep.
And I know it's been working per se, but these bullpen games are tough. We need a starting rotation.
Yes, couldn't agree more. It sounds like this podcast will come out on Saturday. Matthew Boyd going against Max Fried.
Our best pitcher.
What'd you say?
Our best pitcher, all-star, Matthew Boyd.
Legitimately our best pitcher. And then Sunday, Shota versus Warren. 2 games that I think the Cubs can win. I think the Yankees are really, really good, but I do think this is 2 games with 2 starters going that if you can leave New York, winning a series to end the first half, you're really setting things up for starting on the right foot.
Baseball is so hard. Such a long season. You're just seeing that the Dodgers were on a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah, Dodgers are not playing well right now and very injured.
Yeah, it's just, and you don't know when that's going to happen either.
And it's crazy. We say that they're 56-38 and 5 games up on their division.
Yeah, but you also got to look at the Cubs that way too. Yeah, you might lose a few series here and there, but you got to remember you got a lot of season left too.
Yeah, big time.
But maybe the All-Star breaks come at the perfect time.
I agree. Get some guys healthy, get everybody refreshed. Ian Happ, our guy, we love him, but hopefully a little refresher. He's been struggling lately, and that
He
offense
was
needs to
not in the line. I don't know if he's going to be in the lineup all weekend.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Moving south of town, the White Sox 31-63, 28 games out. They're 3-7 in their last 10. I just don't know what to make of the White Sox. They lose a doubleheader today on Friday, but like I'll throw on a game every once, and it's like it's still way better than it was last year.
Yeah, and sad news about Bobby Jenks. That's
that's
sad. I mean, he was one of the first guys who really threw gas.
Yeah.
And was one of the reasons they won the World Series in 2005. Just awful stuff. You hate to see stuff like that.
Screw ESPN for that tweet. That was wild.
Oh, yeah. ESPN, I really do think they have something against the White Sox.
Yeah, I do too.
But, yeah, it's just, what's the point of doing something like that? Just kind of, it was very
on
sad.
The roster. The exact tweet, for those of you that don't know, was something about Bobby Jenks, relief pitcher who was on the roster for the 2005
he closed the World Series. He threw the last pitch in the World Series.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. What are we doing here, ESPN?
Very sad. And then Mark Burley got his statue too.
I saw that. That's a great statue.
Yeah. Yeah, some of these statues are just awful.
And also other news in the White Sox community, Noah Schultz, local product-ish to us, made the Futures game.
Yeah. It's one of those guys that I don't know if he's it's a season where he can really has he been up for the White Sox?
No, he's still only like 20 years old.
When you think about it, it'd be a perfect time.
It's that age-old question. Do you bring him up and worry that he gets shelled because they're the second worst team in baseball? Does that kill his confidence, or do you just hold off and wait?
I guess, but it's also one of those things too. You have no real pressure either.
Yeah, and I agree going into it, but this guy's a gamer. I mean, he was a first-round draft pick.
When are the White Sox going to be in a spot where it's going to matter? I mean,
yeah, but
unfortunately, for now, it seems like that's not very soon.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
But I know what you mean, though. Yeah, you don't want a guy to go up and look at Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens is like a 1.5, 1.6, something like ERA. And
it's so bad.
And he's won 4 games.
Yeah.
And he's second in Cy Young.
And it's easy for us to sit here and be like, well, just don't worry about it. Like, you're on a bad team, but like that, there's no way these pro athletes think about it that way. Like,
especially a guy like
Paul Skeens, he'll say it to the media that, oh, we just had bad luck tonight and this and that. But deep down, and you could say this, and I don't know, these guys' personal stories, but like, they're gamers. They don't want to go out there and give up 1 run and lose. You know what I mean?
And they've always played at the highest level for probably the best teams.
Exactly. It's just, it's that fine line of like, at what point are you sabotaging, this kid just because you have the roster spot open? So it'll be interesting to see how the White Sox hit, because they have a lot of these kinds of prospects. And
also see with trade deadline, Luis Robert.
I'll be we'll talk about this a little later. I think that ship has sailed.
I know, but you know what I mean? They're in a spot where he's pretty much the only player that would be traded to a good team.
Yeah, they're going to get nothing for him. I mean,
I know, but you know what I mean, though?
He's batting $180.
The problem is, I don't know how much longer he has left on his contract, but they might just get nothing in general.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Before we move out of baseball, we got to give a shout out. We've talked about him on the past. I know Maddie's brought him up. Former Cubs manager Lee Elia passed away today at the age of 87. If you have not seen Lee Elia's rant, it is one of the funniest pieces rants you've ever seen out of a manager.
Nowadays, that would be just a career ruiner. But
you know who recorded that and made it public, right?
Grobstein, didn't he?
The Grobber. But yeah,
nowadays you would never get another job.
You'd think maybe. I don't know if I agree
You know
with
what I
that.
mean? Though I mean, it would be a lot. It would be a lot more negative for him. It turned into something that was funny, but
Yeah.
he did just like go after a whole fan base.
Oh, 100%. It's if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. Let's wrap up the segment with some basketball. The Chicago Sky getting better. Angel Reese playing a lot better. She is going to be an all-star. 6-13 though. It's tied for the second worst record in the league. It has been better since the beginning, though. I will say that.
I think Angel Reese has like averaged like 15 rebounds in the last probably 5 or 6
Yep,
games.
I think she's got 5 straight double doubles.
They played a game at 10 a.m. the other morning.
Yeah, I know. But you think about it, like it's a really good way for them. They're going to be on TV.
Oh yeah.
Especially like in the summertime, like do you see if you watch those games, look at how many kids go to that game. Like all
Oh
the
yeah.
like little camps, the summer, like they do a great job at working with like the local groups. Like your local YMCA has a summer camp. They bring all the kids to that. There had to have been thousands of kids at that game.
Imagine how many teachers live in Chicagoland.
Yeah, I mean, and tickets are cheap, and you know as well as I do, Wintrust is a beautiful arena.
Oh yeah, and places around it are awesome too.
Yeah. Shoot, if I'd have known that, we could have cut out you couldn't have made it back for work, but I could have made it up and back and picked the little guy up and called it a day. We could have made it to a basketball game and back.
You could have dropped me off maybe in Ottawa.
We'll have to keep our eye open for the next one.
You have to pick me up at 2:30 though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm not doing that. Bulls are playing in the summer league. Just looking for Modest is playing. Had an absolutely incredible dunk today. I I like watching the summer league. We talk about background sports. Summer league basketball is like the almost better than baseball as a background sport. I noticed
it's very
that the other day.
humbling too because a guy like Cooper Flagg, he's the number 1 pick, and he has been. I mean, they've known he's going to be the number 1 pick since the beginning of the college season, and then you go there, and it's a lot different competition.
Oh yeah, I was busting chops. I got some friends who are big Duke fans, and I was joking that he got clamped by Bronny James. So it's that kind of stuff, right? Wemby had a pretty bad outing in his first summer league game. Like it's where we get to make those rash reactions over these top picks and
I
Ace
love
Bailey
to see
and the drama.
These top NBA players are at the game. It's Vegas. They're in Vegas.
Well, it's not like you're flying them out to Ogden, Utah.
But also, I mean, it's got to be so hot there.
Yeah, I've been to Vegas in July, and it's about 100. Or I was there at the end of June, and it was like 112.
I wonder how they picked Vegas. I mean, I think maybe they knew like that's where they would get the most people to come watch the game.
Big time. And they have a really good relationship with UNLV to use. And like UNLV is where all the USA basketball stuff is done. So,
but yeah, it's nice to see the new draft picks and stuff like that. But I mean, just so hard to talk about the Bulls because they're. I saw Bill Simmons said that the Bulls are in the worst spot of any team in the NBA, which I think the Wizards are.
Yes,
but I think he's also not wrong either.
Yeah, I mean, I heard Big Cat talk about it. It's like all the trades they make and, don't get a first round pick, but it's also in the same breath. Like I understand why teams aren't giving up first round picks for some of these guys because they're not that good. You know what I mean? Like I think that they should have gotten more, but what does the NBA view it as? We're talking about a team that's habitually a 9 or 10 seed.
And like I thought Lonzo Ball, it's a cool story. He was hurt, came back. But I think we kind of maybe got attached to the name Lonzo Ball more than we did the player because I really had no problem with that trade.
No, not at all. And I think one of the things that I've been thinking about is that you almost have to we talk about this all the time, scrap it down. You're almost at like near bottom of the scrap. You don't have Like even Zach LaVine, as much as he ticked us off, and I couldn't stand watching him play sometimes. Like Vooch is not a top tier guy. Vooch is never going to be the third best player on an NBA championship team. This team worries me so much because I don't know who's going to put the ball in the hoop.
Well, and also even
Patrick
guys
Williams
like
can't
that,
score.
Contracts are going to be up soon.
Colby's probably going to get traded.
I don't know who is going to be on this team in the next 2 to 3 years.
I mean, I'm trying to talk myself into this Essengay kid, and there are pieces there, but I don't see him turning into, even a Devin Booker type player. You know what I mean?
And even like Josh Giddey, I don't know if you want to pay a guy like that.
I don't want to pay him anything over $25 million a year.
And these NBA contracts, it is the greatest time in I guess of all time to be an NBA player.
Dude, I was talking about this because the moment that I had like a open door moment was when I think Mike Conley got like a $46 million a year contract. And I'm like, Mike Conley is getting almost 50 mil. This is years ago. And ever since then, it's just went insane.
You think like NHL players are just so pissed?
I saw something about, how much the Thunder spent on those three guys, Jalen Williams, Chet,
was it like $800 million?
It was like $827 million or something that they guaranteed. Do you know what and now that's granted over the length of their contract. That's not what those three are going to get paid.
Still, they're going to have to pay that much money.
Do you know what the salary cap per team next year is going to be in the NHL?
15 million.
98 million. So 98 million per that each team gets to spend, and three guys on the Thunder.
The best players are making like $1 million. Where's all that money going?
No, the best players are making 10 million.
I think 8 million is what a guy got from the Florida Panthers who was supposedly, I bet Connor McDavid's making 10 million.
Well, dude, they also have like 30 guys on each hockey team.
Well, yeah, but still. You would think. They're making what one NBA player
Austin Matthews makes $13.5 million.
Yeah, and LeBron makes $54 million or something like that a year.
No, I know that, but that's what I'm saying. It's insane that
the Thunder
have $800 million tied up in three guys.
I very much underestimated the salary cap, but still, yeah, I bet you the Blackhawks aren't paying over 50.
No, they're definitely not.
You know what I mean? Who is making over 2 or 3 million on that team? Maybe Bedard?
You got to remember, though, there might be some contracts that the Blackhawks are paying for guys that don't play for them anymore.
But that's also the thing about the NBA, too, is they're all guaranteed.
Yeah.
You're getting insane. All of that money.
I'm trying to pull up the Blackhawks salary.
It's like even in the NFL, that's not all guaranteed money.
As of right now, for the next season, the Blackhawks still have $23 million to spend. So they're somewhere like.
What are they going to do with it? Who are they going to get? There's nobody they're going to get.
You could get for $23 million. You can get Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid.
And unfortunately, they would still probably suck.
Yes, they would. But something that doesn't.
It's crazy.
Something that doesn't suck is the coffee from our friends over at Connect Roasters Coffee. They have the best coffee around that you can find. I promise you that. Ian Happ drinks it, guys. We know he's struggling a little bit this week, but that's okay because you guys got gold gloves.
And don't forget, this is baseball. This guy is
162 games.
He's been in the league for almost 10 years now, right?
Yeah, he's approaching. I don't know how that works when he got sent down and all that stuff.
I know it's tough, but this is baseball.
Exactly. The last I checked, still batting .224, and he drinks Connect Roasters coffee. You should be too. Make sure you check out their website, connectroasters.com. Find them on X at Connect Roasters. Get yourself over to Bourbonnais and get you some Connect Roasters coffee. So as always, a big shout out to our friends over at Connect Roasters. We've got ourselves a new team builder, and we are going to choose our top 3 favorite fast food nuggets. Now, Zach, I almost would argue that we should eliminate A. It is on the board. A is McDonald's, B is Wendy's, C is Chick-fil-A, D is Carl's Jr. or Hardee's, depending on where you live in the country. E is KFC. F is Shake Shack, G is Burger King, H is Popeyes, and I is Bojangles. We've got to pick our top 3. I could almost argue that we should just both eliminate McDonald's since we're going to take it, and it is the GOAT.
No, I don't think it is.
All right. Let's hear your 3.
Wendy's, I think, is the GOAT. I think Wendy's nuggets are the best.
I think Wendy's is not the best plain nugget, but because they have the spicy nuggets, I would prefer the spicy nuggets from Wendy's over the regular nuggets from...
I think there's just more McDonald's than there are Wendy's.
Yeah, that's for sure true.
But you know what I mean? That's why. It's more accessible.
They are good. I'm not trying to downplay Wendy's here, but I'm just saying.
So I get 3 of them?
Yep.
KFC. I think
KFC's nuggets are fire.
Very good. And you get a ton of them.
Yes. They're almost like a mix between like popcorn chicken and chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
I'm going to go Chick-fil-A.
Because I'd be willing to bet you've never had Bojangles or Shake Shack.
No, I'm going to go Chick-fil-A because Carl's Jr., not a fan.
Oh,
Burger
I like
King,
Carl's Jr.
Not a fan.
Oh, wrong.
And Popeyes is like I would say more of a chicken strip more than a chicken nugget.
It's definitely like that combination between the two.
But yeah, Chick-fil-A, KFC, Wendy's.
All right, I will go Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is my number 1, and I don't even like Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich that much. I think it's
I'm not really a Chick-fil-A guy.
But can I make a little addendum here? Their grilled chicken nuggets are incredible. Now, they're literally just grilled pieces of chicken breast, but they are incredible. Also, 90 grams of protein in one serving of the grilled nuggets. If you know,
but also, not being open on Sunday is one of the craziest things of all time. It's insane.
Couldn't agree more. But I'll take the Chick-fil-A nuggets with my number 1. I think you're very wrong on this. I will take Burger King with my number 2. And I'm not going to take A just because it's McDonald's.
I really don't think there's anything that special about the McDonald's chicken nuggets.
They're just tried and true. You know, you're getting a
what you're going to get
fastball every time.
But I feel like the Wendy's is just so much more crispy.
I don't disagree, but I'm also trying to take stuff that you didn't take.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
I did have these last summer.
I'm arguing for Wendy's still.
And they're very, very good. I only had them once, but I did enjoy them. Bojangles is what I would take as my 3rd.
Yeah, that's like a more deep fried.
Yeah, a little harder on the outside, but the ones I had were really solid.
I think Carl's Jr. is just doing a little much.
Yeah, big time here. I will say
it's possible to dip it.
Yeah, your sauce to nugget ratio is screwed up here.
Yeah. I mean, if you went home and you could just, like, let's say you could put ketchup on just a plate, that's different. But when you have, like, they usually give you, like, the cups of ketchup, I mean, that's almost next to impossible.
Yeah. Or think of, like, the little containers.
Yeah.
It's a weird bite. It's been probably 20 plus years since I've had Carl's Jr.'s nuggets. At least.
Last time I went to Carl's Jr.
Well, we don't have Carl's Jr.'s here. They're called Hardee's in Illinois.
Well,
it's the same company.
Last time I went to Hardee's, I mean, there's one in Oglesby.
Last time you went to Hardee's, were you there with us at the Hardee's incident in my family?
I don't think so.
You've heard about this, right?
No.
Where I pulled the chair out from under my mom when she went to sit down.
Oh, well, yeah, that I've never heard about.
That's
awful. No, I mean, maybe.
Hardee's is infamous in our house. I was probably 12, and we were going to the state. My mom is still mad at me to this day. It was 24 years ago. We were going to the state basketball tournament, and it was like when I found out that like that was funny to pull your friends' chairs out when they sat down, and I did it to my mom. It's the closest I ever came to having my life ended by my dad.
Dude, that's just the dumbest thing. That and running into somebody with a golf cart might be the two dumbest things of all time.
I didn't run into somebody. I hit myself with it.
No, but you know what I mean? Pulling out somebody's chair is just, I mean, it's awful. You're lucky they don't like hurt themselves badly. I mean, you're sitting, a chair is pretty high in the air.
I know.
No, I'm just saying, like, a lot of people did it.
Oh, I know. And the fact
think
I did
about
it to
like,
my mom.
who was the first guy? Like, this is gonna be hilarious.
It was bad. It was I will never forget the look on her face when she looked up at me from the ground, and I knew that I had screwed up. And then I looked at my dad, and he was like,
"Oh, your dad had to be so." Luckily, you didn't do it to him.
Oh, I would not be sitting here if I had done it to him. Thank God to this day we had a family friend that was with us, and she had drove separately, and she read the room pretty well, and it was like, I'll just take chance the rest of the way. Oh my God,
dude, that had to be the luckiest day of your life.
It was the closest my life has ever come to being.
Let's get back into this. Who thought? First of all, I want to know who started that and who started the golf cart running into somebody. Those two people, criminals.
Yes, the golf cart one I think is way dumber than pulling a chair.
Oh, way worse. But still, you think about it, that a chair is pretty high in the air, and you're landing on the ground.
Yeah. And not everybody has like good neck control. Like your head snaps back, and
I mentioned like concrete.
Yeah.
A lot of people did it at like school too.
Yeah, it's not something I'm proud of, but it is a hilarious story. Now
it's also one of those things when you do it, you're stuck in the moment with that person.
Oh yeah,
like you just run away.
It is burned into my head. I thought my mom was gonna laugh, and the way she looked at me, I was like, "Oh no, she's not gonna laugh at this."
You know, one day I think your mom's gonna go up to Roman and tell him to do that to you, and it'll be payback.
It will be, and I probably will get mad, but I can't. I shouldn't.
Dude, there's no way you could say I'm not gonna get mad 100 times. You're gonna get mad.
Oh yeah.
I mean, in the moment, that's just, especially laying your tailbone or something. Oh.
Yeah, that was bad, but yeah, that's Hardee's. So let us know what you would pick.
Our team builder really Hardee's, which isn't even on the list, really. I mean, yes, Carl's Jr., but
yeah, I also think it's weird that like in the western half of the United States, it's called Carl's Jr., but in the Midwest, it's called.
So does all the money go to the same place?
Yeah, it's literally the exact same company, but it's two companies merged like 40 years ago.
And then Shake Shack, we really don't have Shake Shack.
I've only ever, this is my flex on Shake Shack, I've only ever eaten it at Citi Field where the Mets play. They have one in the outfield.
I had it once in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And you stand in line for it, and then after that, I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I'm with you. It was fine. I got a cheeseburger. It was fine. It was good, but I don't think I tried
Citi Field also a pretty sick place.
Very cool place. I was a big fan of that, except for my tire blew out on the bridge getting into it. So that wasn't Citi Field's fault. Let's move into our next segment, and that is trade deadline. We are going to be the GMs for the Cubs and the Sox. What moves do we think they need to make? Let's start with the White Sox, because I don't think there's a ton that the White Sox need to do. I do agree. We talked about it at the beginning of the show in the TCF Sports Minute. They need to get rid of Robert. My biggest worry is that I don't know if you're going to get even either an aging minor league player, like a 26-year-old that's just holding on for hope, or if you're going to get some, like, I don't know if you're going to get anything for it.
But, I mean, at what point are you going to get anything for him? I mean, you can wait another year and hopefully maybe he plays a little better, but still, I just think you just got to cut your losses here.
Yeah. I mean, if you get anybody to give you anything, you got to take, even if it's cash compensation, I would almost argue.
It's just, at this point, at some point, he's not going to resign.
He's batting a $185 with a 272 on base and a 311 slug.
That's great. I mean, maybe people don't want him on their team.
that's what I also thought about that too. I'm like, who's out here? I mean, if in the same breath, teams took on some other bad contracts last year. Who was the Eloy? The Orioles took him for next to maybe you can get.
Pretty sure he's in AAA too.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't know what
like
you're gonna get.
That 2020 White Sox team. What? That's just crazy.
I'm trying to even find a $185. Like Brujan,
like what's really
is batting a $171 for the Cubs.
I know it's
Moises
Major League Baseball,
who only played 5 games for the Cubs, has a higher batting average.
You get paid a lot of money, but like it's got to be hard to find the motivation every day.
Yeah, it's got to be. There's, I don't know how they do it. I mean, you're professionals. It's what you eat, sleep, and breathe. But
still,
that's got to be tough.
You've been on a losing team for the last 3 or 4 years. And
I mean, granted, the future is way better than it has been, but
really, truthfully, we say that, but there really still is no great future.
But in the same breath, I do think that you can go out. Mike Tauchman, I would be willing to take calls on anything anybody would be willing to bet or to give me. And also, I know he was awful last year. Listen to any phone call about Andrew Benintendi. Any of these aging guys, like just cut your losses. And even Adrian Hauser,
I can't believe they didn't wait until the trade deadline for Andrew Vaughn, but I think they were just done with it. Like you think about it, that guy went into the season.
Done with that.
He went into the season as probably their best, at least right behind Robert, as their best player, and they traded him to the Brewers for almost nothing.
And also, here's another name I'll bring up because I think Kyle Teal is going to be really, really good. Corey Lee, the catcher that had been there the last couple of years, he's still. I mean, maybe you can somehow package like Hauser, Robert, and Lee for one middle of the road prospect, and then you can package, Robert and Benintendi for something like.
But what I would say is the White Sox are in a spot that I don't want the Cubs to have to be in, where you're hoping that the players become really good.
Yeah.
You don't have, like, in the moment, good players.
Right. I don't disagree. But I feel like that might be the only way that they're going to.
Oh, well, yeah, it's the only way you rebuild. And because.
Well, and I think that the only way that, like, I don't think anybody's just going to trade Robert for somebody straight up. Like, you're going to have to throw in a little something else.
Oh, yeah, you can't and how baseball works, a team that needs that position will do a lot for it.
Well, even guys like Mike Tauchman. Like, Mike Tauchman is not a great baseball player, but can Mike Tauchman be a backup outfielder on a playoff team? I think so. I really do. Andrew Benintendi.
I like Mike Tauchman a lot. I mean, he plays well. He's good defensively.
Yeah.
But I think he's getting a lot of he's on the White Sox.
Right. I don't disagree, but like you can't. I'm trying to think like the Giants. If they're in a playoff push, they're 5 games out, they're one of the leaders in the wild card. Like I could easily see a team like that taking.
Yeah, but how much do they have left after trading for Devers?
That's a good question. I mean, I would assume.
I'm not saying that they don't have anything, but I mean, they probably gave up a lot for Devers.
I mean, Mike Tauchman.
You really think about it, though, they didn't give up that much because the Red Sox kind of just wanted to get rid of him.
Mike Tauchman, I know he got hurt and has only played in 41 games, but his batting average is still 297 with a 379 on base. Benintendi 223 with a 282 on. That's crazy that his on base is that low and his batting average. But like, I feel like some teams are willing to take on a guy like that he can play anywhere in the outfield, give him a day or give somebody else a day. That's going to come for maybe a middle of the road prospect. And like, if you're the White Sox, what do you have to lose by taking
nothing.
A middle of the road prospect, like
nothing.
Yeah. I think those are my Robert, Talkman, and Benintendi. I know you're really going to be flushing the outfield of anything, but
you're in a spot where you have to try
I
and
would make those three my priority, and then I would make Lee and Hauser. I would be willing to take calls on all 5 of those.
Well, because you need to take those 3 players, those main 3 players, and turn them into like 7 to 9 players.
Yeah, I just don't think there's anybody crazy enough to give up more than 2.
But I'm just saying, it's what you want to do. You want to try and get some players for the future, and you want to get multiple. Yeah, maybe 7 to 9 is a little high, but like you think about
7 is at least you don't want to walk away with less. Even if you come away with 6, that's a solid.
And as we're getting into the Cubs, one of the craziest stories in baseball right now is Javi Baez and Pete Crow Armstrong are both in the All-Star game.
That's awesome. Both starting in center field.
Javi Baez was traded to the New York Mets for PCA, which was in 2021?
21 or 22.
And Javi had some rough seasons, and then this year he's also on a really good team, but he's playing really well. And for them both to be in the All-Star game, that's a very cool story.
I agree. Completely agree. Good for Javi. I've definitely been cheering on the Tigers.
He's really the only 2016. Well, you know who? There are 2 2016 Cubs in the All-Star game. Javi Baez.
Okay. Hang on.
And
don't tell me. Kyle Schwarber.
Oh, yeah, so there's 3.
Hang on.
I didn't even think about Kyle Schwarber.
Javi Baez, Kyle Schwarber, and
who's one of the only players left?
I know. That's what I'm racking my brain on. Chris Bryant. No, I'm just kidding. I don't. Who's the last one?
Aroldis Chapman.
Oh, yeah.
He's in the All-Star game.
Okay, let's start there. Are you comfortable enough with Palencia being the closer, or do you want him to go out and get Chapman?
I don't even think Chapman has to be your closer, or if Palencia can also be your setup guy. I mean, if you got Chapman, thought of it
that way.
It's not like you're just gonna be like, oh, we're not gonna use Palencia anymore. You need more than just one pitcher that can complete an end of a game.
I feel like Palencia is a roller coaster sometimes.
And so is Chapman. So I think they kind of work together well.
It's just it's that diffusing a bomb situation.
You got 2 guys who throw 103 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah. I'll be honest.
It can be crazy.
If the Cubs go into the playoffs with Palencia as their closer, I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be like everyone thinks, not everyone, but people think, okay, we have Palencia. We don't need to go get Chapman. We still need help in the bullpen, and Chapman doesn't just have to be a closer. Or Palencia.
I mean, imagine if you have to face
Palencia,
8th, 9th inning
Palencia, 9th inning Chapman. That's how you win World Series.
Exactly. No, I hadn't thought of it that way, but I completely
really
agree.
don't think we're going to get much more from Porter Hodge the rest of the season. Those kind of injuries for relief pitchers, they're just tough to come back from. And then getting into pitching, they got to at least get 1, maybe 2 starters at the break.
Dude,
or at the deadline.
This is crazy, and we talked about this a month ago. Take whatever the Pirates want. If they can somehow pull off Paul Skeens for Owen Cassie and Trianos and Alcantara, you name it, they can have it. Paul Skeens is the best pitcher in baseball.
And you don't want to give up Matt Shaw because you need a third baseman. But he could also be involved in some trades, too. I know you need a third baseman, and that's probably not going to happen. But, I mean...
Realistically, though, some of the names that have been thrown out, you just tell me yes or no if you want the Cubs to pursue this person. Mitch Keller of the Pirates.
Yes. Because my thing is,
Mitch Keller's
Who
got
is
like
a
a
starting
4.7
pitcher?
ERA.
I know, but you can't go off the ERA for the Pirates.
Yes,
You
you
can't.
can.
I mean, yes, you can.
It's
But you know what I
earned run
mean?
average.
I know. But it's one of those things. Who on the Cubs starting lineup, starting rotation do you trust? I'd say Shohei
right
and
Shota.
I always
I wish.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's gonna be. He's pitched a little bit, but it's just gonna be tough for him to pitch too. But Shota and Matthew Boyd. And then I mean, you still got Cade Horton, but do you trust him in a 4-game pitching rotation in a playoff series?
Sandy Alcantara is another name I keep hearing. I know a lot of people have been down on him.
I think you have to give up way too much for him.
Which is crazy. He's got a 4.7 ERA.
He's in the Marlins, right?
Shouldn't need that much.
I know.
I like Sandy.
I think the Marlins are going to want a lot for him.
But what'd you say?
He's in the Marlins, right?
Yeah. Merrill Kelly is another name I keep hearing.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have to do something.
Yeah. I mean, now if the Cubs could find out a way to do Mitch Keller and David Bednar from the Pirates, that I like.
Chris Sale was one I would loved, but he got hurt.
Yeah. There's nothing that would make me happier than Chris Sale winning a World Series with the Cubs.
I don't think there's anything that would make him happier.
Yeah. Seth Lugo. I don't hate. It's just there's got to be, you got to go get, like you said, 2 starting. I think in that group, if they could somehow manage, I think realistically, if they could somehow pull off Mitch Keller and David Bednar from the Pirates, I would be very happy. And I don't really even care what the return is. If it's Alcantara and I don't know if Alcantara is going to be the guy we thought he was going to be 2 years ago.
I also, as a Cubs fan, think you need to know and be okay with you're going to probably give up a little more than you probably should. And that's just how trade deadlines work. You're in a spot where you need these players. The other team knows that. The Pirates know that. The Marlins know that. They're not just going to give that player up for nothing. So you're going to have to give up maybe a player more than you probably should, but that's just how it goes to win a World Series. You know
who's another name I would really like to see on the Cubs, and maybe they could pull this off with 2 guys, is the guy from the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
God dang it, what's his name? He was just on Pardon My Take.
Zach Gallen?
Zach Gallen. I like Zach Gallen too.
But he's also a guy who you might have to give up 3 players up for instead of 2 because of the situation.
I'm telling you right now, I don't care what it would take. If they could somehow get Paul Skeens, that's the greatest trade in the last.
I think you overtrade for him because you know that you have him for the next at least 5 years.
Yep. And it feels like he's a guy that everybody says, he's going to Yankees or Dodgers, but he seems like a guy who belongs in a major market.
And if you want Paul Skeens, you're going to give up probably 2 more players than you should because it's within a division and they know what that player's worth is.
Exactly.
And, it's going to be tough for the Pirates to give him up, but if they know that they might get 5 to 6 players just for him.
He has 125 strikeouts in 116 innings this year.
He's a guy that, unfortunately for the Pirates, but maybe fortunately, you can rebuild because of.
Yeah.
Because you're not, you can't, it's a baseball. You can't have one good player.
Yep.
You need to go out and get 3 to 4 players that hopefully will help you down the road.
His stats are insane. Like I said, 116 innings, a 1.94 ERA, 125 strikeouts, 30 walks. 30 walks is crazy in 116 innings.
I think there's 5 to 6 players for the Iowa Cubs that could get traded, not all of them at one time,
right,
but could get traded for Paul Skeens. And I think you may have to throw in, like, I don't know, maybe a Matt Shaw. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too. But I would be perfectly okay with it.
That's how you win a World Series. That's how you make a playoff run. That's how you win a division.
But if I'm being realistic, I think the three, throwing Paul Skeens out the window, the Bednar and Keller from the Pirates and Aroldis, you add those three to this Cubs team, I'd be very happy with that.
And I know people are going to say maybe you give up too much for Paul Skeens. Imagine Paul Skeens next year with Justin Steele at some point.
Yeah.
And Shota. And then Paul Skeens. And maybe still Matthew Boyd playing well.
Yep.
And Kate Horton. And,
yes.
It's just like, you also want to think about the future too.
Exactly.
But not like, these guys for the Iowa Cubs, you can't think about 5 years from now, because that's how baseball works. It's not like the NBA where you draft a guy and the next day he could be on the starting lineup. There's Bryce Harper, Steven Strasburg. They were very rare players that went straight to the majors pretty much.
No, they didn't go straight to it.
No. But I mean, they didn't spend much time.
Yeah.
I mean, what was he, 19 years old when Bryce Harper made his major league debut?
Barring like crazy injuries, he's only in his second year. I don't think I'm crazy for saying this. Barring injuries, Paul Skeens is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and he could be the next 3,000 strikeout pitcher. Yeah. I mean,
unfortunately, his wins won't add up if he keeps staying in Pittsburgh. He's 4-7. He's the best pitcher in baseball.
We'll probably never see. I don't say never. It's going to be a long time, or if you see a 300-game winner.
But people were saying this 25 years ago, and
I know, but it's just they just don't. The rotations are kind of more. I mean, who's the closest? I think Verlander, and he's still got to pitch 2 or 3 more years, maybe 4 more years if he wants to try and have.
Yeah, and a lot of that, the win stuff, just so much depends on the team you're on.
These guys aren't going out there as much. And when was the last time there was a 20-game winner?
Oh, you'd be surprised. There was 20-game winners. There's a couple every year.
Who was the last? Who had 20 wins last year?
Pitching wise?
Yeah,
20 wins.
20 wins.
I'd be. I'll pull it up here. MLB was at 2024 season.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, because it's 1 year. It's like basketball. It's always like years.
Yeah. Gotta change every setting on here. I feel like 20 wins isn't that crazy.
Maybe you're right. I'm wrong. I just don't think I just feel like I hadn't heard it a lot.
This is taking forever to update. Oh yeah, you're right. Chris Sale and Scooble only had 18 each.
That's what I'm saying. And then Scooble was like this amazing pitcher.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't see it that much. They just don't pitch as many games.
Yeah, I
was doing a 5-man rotation. Most teams.
I was doing a one of the TikTok history videos, and there was a guy, I can't remember the exact name, but he had something like 41 wins in back-to-back seasons for the Cubs in like the late 1800s.
Probably pitching twice, probably almost 3 times a week.
Yeah.
At least 3 times a week.
Bananas. Let us know what moves you guys want the Cubs and Sox to make. It'll be very interesting. I would almost prefer that everything gets the wheels going here in the All-Star week, but we'll see what happens.
When is the deadline? The 31st?
Yeah. And then, of course, there's...
The thing about baseball is, like, teams just wait until the last minute.
Well, and then there's another deadline on August 1st with players to be DFA'd and all that stuff.
I think that's stupid.
It's weird,
like,
yeah.
It's like even like free agency. Free agency needs a day.
Yeah.
Like a set day. Like the NBA, it's just taking forever.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball, there's guys who sign in the middle of spring training or like the first month of the season. That should not happen.
Exactly. Let's wrap things up. As always, we've got a TCF top 3, and we are going to do 2000s Cubs players. Now, I was born in 1990. Zach was born in 95. So our list might be a little bit different. And I don't know about you, Zach. I'm going to approach this in like the maybe more non-traditional big names, but I don't know what you're thinking on this, because I think it'd be easy to just go, oh, Sammy Sosa.
I know who my number 1 is.
You had him as your number 1?
No, I have a number 1.
All right. Do you want to go first, or
I'll go first? Carlos Zambrano.
Yeah, I had a feeling you would go with that.
Electric. I mean, people forget he was a great hitter for a pitcher. He was.
I just did. His birthday was within the last month. I did a typical day in history on him. Absolutely.
I would say he
led pitchers in home runs for like.
I apologize for getting scared there, but the thunder outside just scared the living crap out of me, dude.
It's getting nasty out there.
Oh my goodness. Sorry.
But
yeah, Carlos Zambrano all around. I mean, he was electric. He would have freakouts in the dugout, which some people would say not good, but it's entertaining. And also just an all-around good player.
I'm going to go with my favorite Cub of all time. And I know most people probably think him more of a 90s player, but Mark Grace played with the Cubs into the 2000s. He's my favorite Cub of all time. He's why I became a first baseman. Most hits in the 90s of any player in baseball. People forget that.
I like Mark Grace, the baseball player.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree with you on that end.
He was also just one of those like athletes that you always heard stories about and you just love to hear.
Slump busters.
Yeah, that's just
a character.
Say what you want about it. Like that's a professional athlete.
Yep. My second round pick. Oh, there's so many good ones here. I'm just going through 2000, like starting in the year 2000 and going through Cubs rosters. There's just so many bad teams, but so many cool names on here. Fred McGriff.
Yeah.
Remember when the Cubs had Fred McGriff?
Yeah.
Much past his prime.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it usually happens with the Cubs.
Yeah.
We'll get more into that.
Some names on here. I'm like, oh my God.
We'll get more into that with our honorable mentions. I'm going to go with Derek Lee.
I had a feeling you would take him. I always remember you liking him.
Our grandpa was a big fan.
Yep.
But I mean, like the opposite of my first pick. I mean, just all around great guy, but also he was on some really good Cubs teams.
Yeah. He was a Hall of Very good player.
Yeah, I always say you guys got to think about it. If Major League Baseball Hall of Fame was like the NBA Hall of Fame, he would be in.
Yes. Have you seen the MLB Hall of Very Good Twitter account?
No, I would love to see
something to check out. It's really interesting.
It's serious?
Yeah, and like they take it very serious. It's kind of like comedically hilarious or serious. But yeah, it's pretty. The guys had to hit never had a season hitting over 300
average.
Yeah, but like very good players that were still good but not great. You got one more pick.
I'm gonna go with Alfonso Soriano.
Yeah,
just for the simple fact is that he worked his butt off to become a left fielder after being paid a lot of money to be a second baseman. He didn't have. He could have done whatever he wanted. He decided to go and play left field. I mean, and he went from. I mean, he struggled, but he became a good left fielder. If you a decent left fielder,
a serviceable left fielder. Yeah,
and he didn't have to do that. I mean, you see, like now with Devers, doesn't want to become first baseman.
Yeah,
didn't want to work at it.
And that guy used like a 2x4 to hit too. That was the best part.
Yeah, but he was in a spot in his career where he could retire and where he could go somewhere else. He had to play left field for the Cubs.
Big time. All right, I'm going to take my last pick. My honorable mentions, I think, are going to be better. I shouldn't have started at the year 2000. People forget how bad the Cubs were around then. Kosuke Fukudome.
Yes.
I loved Kosuke. I had the Cubs shirt that was in Japanese letters with his name on it.
Yeah.
I'm still mad I lost that shirt.
He hit a home run his first game at Wrigley, right?
Yep. I ended up losing in extras to the Brewers.
But yeah, I mean, the hype around him too.
Yes. Honorable mentions. I think there's very obvious ones, right? Sammy, Aramis Ramirez.
You got like Anthony Rizzo, Kyle Schwarber. Those are obvious. Like Javi Baez, Chris Bryant. But these are like
I was thinking
players,
more in the vein of like 2000s, like the year 2000 to 2009.
And even like these are just players that play for the Cubs in more that are later of their careers.
Yeah.
You really think about it. Nomar Garcia-Parra.
Nomar's a good pick. Nomar's a really good pick.
I mean, they got him right at the end.
Remember how good Giovanni Soto was?
Yeah.
He was a year in the National League.
I mean, that was 2016, but Miguel Montero.
Here's another good one for you. I know it was right after 2009, but do you remember Darwin Barney won a Gold Glove at second base for the Cubs?
Was maybe the greatest fielder the Cubs have maybe ever had, but
and
also the worst hitter.
Ball.
Oh, he hit 100. If that guy could hit over 200, he would have maybe been a Hall of Famer.
Mike Fontenot and Ryan Theriot up the middle.
I was
convinced those guys were going to be Hall of Famers.
I didn't realize that Ryan Theriot went to the St. Louis Cardinals and then also talked crap about the Cubs.
Oh, big time. Yeah, he was a bag for that.
Oh.
Cliff Floyd.
Yeah, now he does marquee.
Remember when Cliff Floyd hit the Milwaukee sausage?
No, that was Randall Simon.
That wasn't him, was it? Who was
Randall
that?
Simon.
Randall Simon, who also played for the Cubs.
Yeah, who also played for the Pirates.
Yeah,
yeah, that was crazy.
He got arrested for that.
Well, yeah, he hit a human with a bat. You think about it.
When you say it like that, it's very obvious.
Yeah, you can think, oh, it's a mascot. They're just whatever.
Know who else I thought was going to be a Hall of Very good player? Matt Merton. Remember him?
Oh, Starlin Castro.
Starlin's my guy. I love Starlin.
Alex Gonzalez.
Oh,
I mean, we
don't speak in this house.
Are very mad at him, but before that he had like maybe one error that whole season.
Yeah, that was wild.
Aramis Ramirez.
I said it. Yeah, Aramis was a dog. Here's my last one. Corey Patterson.
Huh. Oh,
remember Corey Patterson?
Felix
PA. I use him in Immaculate Grid a lot because he played for the Cubs and the Orioles.
Yeah. Corey Patterson was.
Who was the other little guy they had? Tony Campana.
Who was the guy? Was on the 2016 team.
Kemp. Tony Kemp.
Coughlin.
Oh, Chris Coughlin. Yeah. Yep.
That guy. I mean, he had one of the greatest hits of all time.
We could literally just do a 2-hour episode just naming Cubs players.
Remember when he had that little blooper into right field?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
we could literally do hours on decades.
Every time Chris Coughlin comes up to bat, you were like, oh, no.
I know you were pretty young, but we could just do forever on Cubs 90s players that I remember.
Yeah. I mean,
good times.
Baseball, that's going to be. Well, with baseball, too, it's also one of those ones. There's so many players.
Yo, yeah, exactly. And also, like, we think about it that way. Do you know that there's only been like 25,000 Major League Baseball players of all time?
But there's so much more, like, everyone plays a position where you see them and know them. Like football, you don't know, like, the offensive linemen usually and stuff like that.
Well, not even that. Like, you see these guys 162 times a year.
Yeah.
You see a football player 15 or 17 times.
Yeah, and you're going to see, like, a birdie for the Cubs.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that player on the team.
Yep, exactly. That's going to be it for us here for episode 261. Make sure you check us out on X at typical_Chicago, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Give us a follow on all those. Head to YouTube for all of our content in video form. Subscribe there. Make sure you subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars wherever you get your podcast. You can find us there. You can find me on X at Boomy TCF and Zach at Zlilia TCF. We will be back as soon as possible for 262. But as always, guys, thanks for checking in. Let us know what you think. Send us your thoughts, your opinions. We love to hear them all. That's going to be it for episode 261.
Make sure you check out Boomy's Typical Day in History.
Yep, got to record mine tonight.
All
this
on
will be a good
all
one.
on
Since the
social
podcast
media
is coming out tomorrow, I'll give you a sneak peek. It's the anniversary of Disco Demolition Night at Comiskey Park.
That's crazy. They had those kind of nights.
Make sure you check that out. Typical Chicago Fan on TikTok. Give us a follow there. And that's going to be it. So, guys, thanks as always for joining us. This was episode 261 of Typical Chicago Fans. We love you all.
Peace.